folks, Steve Stack, Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods, and today we're going to take you on a little journey with our hardwood dowel product on this little edition of how it's made. Dowel rods, what do you do with them? I mean, we see them used as spindles, we see them used as ballet bars, you know, we see them used in joinery, curtain rods. There's a whole spectrum of usage for dowel rod. Starts the same way as a lot of the other products that we manufacture here, with the incoming raw green lumber coming onto the facility, going through our drying process. From our drying process, we're bouncing it back to the rip barn.
Okay, so here's where we're starting our process on making dowel rod. We're ripping the rough lumber, dried lumber into strips, square strips, and then the strips come around and we're defecting them, taking out whatnots in it, and then the guys are sorting it at the end of the line, and then they'll continue on to the dowel rod machine.
Today, I'm joined by Mr. Dale Lanterman, better known at the Baird Brothers Fine Hardwood campus as Dowel Rod Dale. How you doing, buddy?
Good. How's Steve today?
We're doing well. We're doing well. For the most part, we're getting stuff off the optimizing line, but we still have that availability. We manufacture, what, 13 different sizes? 5/16 to 2 inch and everything in between.
Yeah.
And then when we go beyond that, we have some length limitation, but we can go up larger diameters and we jump back over to the lathe.
We jump back to the lathe, we can do up to 8 foot.
Yeah, okay. You're set up for what size dowel you running today?
1 inch.
1 inch dowel rod?
Yeah.
Did I see some walnut and some maple that you're gonna push
Yeah,
through
I got
for
a
us?
little bit of walnut, some maple, some hickory, some white oak. A little bit of everything.
What kind of lineal feet per minute are you running?
I would probably say 12 to 15, somewhere in that vicinity, depending on size and depending on hardness of species, you kind of adjust.
You dial it in a little bit. Okay, Dale, so we're in front of the our pencil sharpener, our dowel rod machine, right? And you're kind of the odd guy out in that you don't have the option of our grinding room to maintain your tooling. You do that for yourself, and you do it old school. Take me through that real quick, and how often do you have to retool or sharpen?
Usually it depends on what all you've been running. If you get into harder species for longer periods, your knives dull faster, and you just simply unbolt them and take them over to the grinder on the other side of the shop, hand grind them till they're sharp, stone them off, bring them back, and that's when the fun part starts of resetting where they have to line up.
To come into that tolerance.
I gotta be within usually 5 thousandths of being over, so that way I have enough to sand and not be too far under or too far over or this and that.
So you're ensuring the quality of the size of our hardwood dowel.
Yeah.
Once it goes through the pencil sharpener, it winds up over at the sander.
Over on the sander.
We'll see that too. All right, I'm out of here.
The sanding process is pretty simple. We have one machine, 2 different grits of belts. 180 is the beginning, the 220 is the finishing. Speed it up or slow it down as it passes through. Check everything with calipers to be as precisely accurate as humanly possible. Granted, piece to piece, you're gonna vary a little bit just because one piece of the same lumber is a little bit more dense than another. We try to get it a happy medium somewhere in between perfect and close.
By the time he runs it through the sander, you're right there where you want to be. Whether it's a piece of 3/4, 1 1/4, 2 inch, it's going to be what you ordered and easy for you to work with and use. You go beyond that if you need something a little bit bigger, something in the case of a stairway. If you have round pickets dowel rods for your spindles, you might want a round knoll post. And we would bounce that over to our lathe department, and that would be custom turned in a cylinder for your usage as a knoll post. So front to back, it follows a lot of the same processes. And one of those processes and one of those goals is the quality of it. And dowel rod is a very popular product group here at Baird Brothers. We send it all over the United States and locally and regionally. But there's a reason, and it's the quality that goes into it. So we'll ship it to you anywhere in the United States, small package, LTL freight, or we have it available here at Baird Brothers, 7060 Quarry Road, Canfield. Hey folks, Thanks for talking shop and making some sawdust with Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods. If you enjoyed this episode and want more DIY project ideas and insider tips and tricks for all things hardwood, give us a like and subscribe. And be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or check out BairdBrothers.com. Until next time,